Hi everyone, whoever might be watching this. We are at the end of September and that means that Halloween is coming. So I thought that today I'm gonna do a really easy makeup tutorial for Halloween. Like the kind of thing you would do if you literally have no time and that you could do really easily. I'm gonna show you what I'll be using and hopefully it'll turn out alright. Obviously it's going to involve some blood and some fake wounds and you know, all that Halloween stuff, but literally it's going to be like so easy, like dead easy. And yeah, first of all, I'm wearing no makeup and I'm going to start creating a couple of wounds around my face. For that I'm going to use the scar wax today, because I've got liquid latex as well, but that takes a bit longer to dry. So for little things, I like using scar wax. I'm using this one. Focus. I'm using this scar wax. I got it in a fancy dress shop in New York, but you can get it pretty much in any like Halloween stores or makeup stores. And yeah, they had two colors, the light one and the dark one. I obviously got the light one because I am as pale as a corpse. So the way you do this, you get some of it out. I'm using a butter knife because I had nothing else. You can use whatever. So you get some out and you have to warm it up a bit with your fingers in case it's a bit hard. This one is not because it's hot today. So yeah, you mold it with your fingers a bit and then you apply it into your face, whatever you want it. I'm gonna do a little one like on my lip. See how that goes. So the way you do it is you have to really blend the edges to create the illusion that is your actual flesh popping out. You blend away the edges really nicely. I'm doing it with my finger. You can do it with some sort of tool, but fingers are alright. Also, let me go and get it. If it gets too sticky and too attached to your fingers, you can use some Vaseline to smooth it out and to stop it from sticking to your fingers too much. This is like normal Vaseline. I got this from the pharmacy. It's like literally like no smell, no color, no nothing. It's just pure like petroleum Vaseline really. So you apply it on the top and that'll stop it from being that sticky. I mean, it's not magic, but you know, it helps. And you continue to smooth it out until you've blended everything nicely enough. Don't swallow it. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect because you're gonna cut it anyway. So yeah, then I'm gonna get my butter knife again. I promise this knife has no edges. I'm gonna put a bit of Vaseline onto it to stop it from getting stuck into the thingy. And then you just cut through it the way you want your wound to go. So I'm gonna go vertically in this case. It'd be nice if you can get like the edges to be like a bit rough, because you know it's a wound, so you don't want the edges to be too perfect. If you get some leftovers, some leftover wax like I'm getting, or if you think it's too much, you can just like pick it out. And also like you'll give it like more of like a messy sort of look. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna put some down here as to like make like the wound coming down a bit more. I'm gonna do a tiny like cut in here as well, because why not? Alright, that's done, and I'm gonna do another little cut like through here, for example. So, I don't know if you can see it properly. Yeah, as you can see, there is more wax through the middle. That's because the wound I'm gonna make is gonna go through here, so I want like the flesh to pop out a bit, and then you have to smooth the edges as much as you can. I mean, yeah, it's never gonna be perfect, but again, it'll be okay. Butter knife, cut. It looks alright to me. Right, what I'm going to do now is make my face paler overall, and I'm going to use where is it? I'm going to use Kat Von D Lock-It foundation. I think it's the lightest you can get, this one. Yeah, it's number 42. So I'm going to use this because it goes really well in my face. And I'm going to mix it before applying it with this blue. I'm like a mix in between like this blue and that one, because I've never used these before. So I don't know what color exactly it's going to turn like. So I'm going to use them and try. I got this from a Spanish fancy dress shop and makeup shop. It's called Maty. It's like in the center of the city. I'll put all these down in the description if you want to get the same things, but this was like fairly cheap and it's like water based, so it's okay. To remove it, sorry, I didn't finish the sentence. It happens to me sometimes. So yeah, I'm gonna use this because it's really light and mix it with the blue. So I'm gonna use my butter knife again, take some blue out, put it in my hand, mix it, see what color I get. Alright, this looks quite pale. I'm gonna use this on my face now. I don't really want my face too white or too like pale. I just want to give it like a tint of bluish kind of color, like the color that corpses have, really. Be really careful around the wax because it's still a bit like waxy sort of thing. So if you press too hard, you might destroy your wound. You don't want to do that. Make sure you leave like kind of like a uniform coat of it. You know, you want to look dead. So it has to be subtle. I think thin really, because you don't want to overdo it. Just go around the wound Don't worry too much about the color of the wound at this stage, because we're gonna go over it with some purple to make it look bruised, and like obviously blood around it, so you know it doesn't really have to look that much pale at the moment because the other colors will cover it. Make sure you print your lips, because you know corpses have like kind of like bluish purplish lips because they're dead. I think I'm losing the light. I'm gonna go and turn the light on. A bit better. It's okay. I think the light is a bit shit in here, so I don't know whether you're gonna be able to see this properly. I'll take some pictures later though, so you have to trust the pictures. Nah, I never trust my pictures. I do love using Photoshop, and I've got no problem with saying it. So like every time I post a picture and it's got Photoshop, I always say it, you know. Don't want to create false expectations, and also I spend a lot of hours on Photoshop, so why should I hide it? But yeah, you get the hint with this. I'm gonna get my hair tied back. Next step, I've got these rice powder. It's like a plain box really, and you open it and it smells like rice. It's basically got really pale powder. I got it from like an old boutique like years ago, so I don't know whether you can find this nowadays, but basically what I'm gonna do is just using really pale powder on top of this to make it a bit paler. It. Now onto let's do eyes. What I'm gonna do with the eyes is make them a bit like darker and purplish maybe on the surrounding areas, because you know I'm dead. So I'm gonna use this green here. I'm going to use this one and that one. Only a tiny bit though, like you want to pretend that you're a corpse, so you don't want to do too much. This kind of look is like, it's more of a corpse that has been found in the river sort of thing, you know, like, because I think from what I've seen in the movies, corpses do turn paler, but I like the bluish kind of tint that they have when they've been found in rivers or oceans or whatever, you know, in the water. So this sort of look would be like something like, you know, somebody got wounded, then they got killed, and then they got thrown into the river. The killer thought that the river would wash away the corpse, but it didn't. So that's kind of like the look that you get once you've been pulled out of the river. I'm gonna do some, I got this one as well in the same shop. This one, different colors. I'm gonna use the purple to put it around my eyes. I'm gonna take this mirror here because it's a bit annoying. I don't have any big mirrors. You can go all the way down to whatever you want to with this purple, really, because it looks it looks pretty dead when you put it on. It's like a dead colour. Does that even make sense? I'm gonna put some over the blue. To be honest, I'm kind of like going with the flow. I didn't have this planned or anything, so let's see how it turns out. No idea. I'm gonna do some on my lips as well to make them look like a bit more cracked. And basically, you can just use your natural like lip lines and fill them in a bit with this purple. Alright, I'm gonna leave it here and go with the ones, and then if I want to retouch my my eyes or something, I'll do it later. I'm gonna get black eyeliner. It's like standard black eyeliner. I think this is from Rimmel London. Standard blackest jet black, you know, blackest black you can get. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fill the wound on the inside, so you like right into the wound. You put in here and in here, you know, a tiny bit of black. The reason why I'm doing this is because you want to add depth into the wound. So if you put a bit of black, you kind of like shade it in, and you can get that effect by doing it. So that'll do. I'm gonna add a bit of purple, the one that I used earlier, also on the surroundings of the wound. Third color I'm gonna use, it's obviously red. So I don't have red cream like that one, so I'm just gonna use, if I can find it, yeah, I'm gonna use lipstick, because you know, you gotta be creative. This is a MAC lipstick. It's called MAC Satin Red. It's quite old. I got it like a long time ago, but it's like you can use a standard red. Like it has to be like a bright red, not like a dark red, and not a pinkish red, like just red, you know. And again, very gently, you want to go a little bit like over the wound, but on the outside of the wound, you know, to create the illusion that that flesh is kind of like in deep shade. Yeah, as I'm improvising, I'm gonna use some of the blue again to go over the wound on the surroundings, because you know, remember that we've been found in the river, so your skin goes a bit bluish, purplish. So yeah, and finally, I think this is finally for the wound, I'm gonna use some scab blood. Yeah, Are you not focusing? Focus. Doesn't want to focus. Well, it's a scab blood. There you see it. So basically, it looks like really like thick and coagulated blood. I'm gonna get a little brush and a little bit of this. And I'm gonna put it in the wound. not too bad. Let's see if I can get closer without losing the focus again. Yeah. Lips. Disgusting. There's a little wound here. So yeah, I think that's it for now. I don't know how long it's taking me to do this, but I don't think it's too long. So yeah, if you have like a last minute costume party and you just want to put some makeup on like randomly, you know, this is not difficult. And yeah, I'll probably go and take some pictures now. And since I love Photoshop, I'm gonna go ahead and retouch some of them. I'll probably put like, I don't know, some like white eyes and something like that, because I don't have any contact lenses. I don't really like wearing them, so yeah. Also, if you want to make it look like really dramatic, you can always use like fake blood, you know. I'm not going to use it now, but you can always apply some fake blood on the wound, let it drip, you know, sorted. But yeah, I'm going to leave it here. Hopefully I'll be making some more of these like videos throughout the month of October, purely because I enjoy doing it and I love Halloween. So yeah, if you enjoyed watching it, thank you, and hope you come back. And yeah, that's it.